I'm going to show you guys a timeless, natural makeup look that you can easily recreate yourself at home, and it's never going to go out of style. My name is Faye, founder of Faye Smith Agency, lead makeup and hair artist since 2008. And this is one of my past brides, Zaria, who is now carrying a little one in her tum-tum. Today, I'm going to show you a lovely look on her that's going to be very natural, glowing, just letting natural beauty shine through, look good on camera, last all day, and is really suitable for any occasion. Zaria is going to be doing her maternity photo shoot today. This look will definitely stand the test of time. It's never going to go out of style. I'm going to show you how to apply it to make it last all day and all night. Let's get to it. So first of all, I'm going to just prepare the skin with micellar water with colloidal silver, just to give a beautiful clean base. Of course, this one's from Youngblood Mineral Cosmetics, my favorite line. It's good just to kind of remove any of the oils and give yourself a very, very clean canvas to work with. Next, I'm gonna apply a beautiful primer. Again, I love this one from Youngblood Mineral Cosmetics. It fills in pores, diffuses fine lines, helps to minimize redness in the skin, and just gives a really beautiful base for the foundation to stick to. This is definitely a key step for making your makeup last all day and all night. Next, I'm going to apply Cosrx AHA, BHA, Vitamin C Lip Plumper. This is absolutely amazing for preparing the lips for long-lasting lipstick. It's gonna help to hydrate, exfoliate, and give us a perfect lip base. And it feels tingly and spicy. Are you feeling the tingle spice? A little bit. Things are gonna get real messy over here. And look right up to the ceiling. Next, I'm applying Youngblood's Eye Impact, which is a beautiful hydrating eye cream that has caffeine in it, which is wonderful for minimizing puffiness and dark circles. The next step is to prime the eyelids and closing. So priming in the eyelids is really important because it's going to give us this beautiful even base for the eyeshadow to sit on top of. And it also gives the eyeshadow something to stick to. So it will prevent creasing, smudging, and transfer. The eye primer that I'm using is Youngblood's Stay Put Eye Primer. I like this one for fairer skin tones, but I do prefer to use an eye primer in the person's skin tone, the client's skin tone. So if you are a deeper skin tone, I really like MAC Paint Pot. This wouldn't look good on a deeper skin tone. Would look ashy. On top of that, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Gold eyeshadow palette, a classic. I love the way it smells. And I'm just using their matte beige. It's called Rollin' in Dough. So again, just kind of giving this beautiful even base to the eyelid before I get going with the rest of the eye design. Next, I want to add just a little bit of a sheen to the eyelid, like a little bit of a glow. I'm going to use Just a Sec eyeshadow in Baby Pink from Jones Road. I love this makeup line. I'm going to use my finger to apply it. And closing. So you'll want to warm up the product on your finger first and then tap it on with your finger. It's a cream eyeshadow, so they're best applied with hands. So are you going to do a maternity photo shoot anyway, or did you plan it because I asked you to do this?
I was going to, and then I was like, oh, like this is perfect. I might as well just see if our photographer's available.
It's just a sign, right?
Like, yeah, and then once I asked a photographer, she was like, oh, between like 28 and 32 weeks, and I was like, oh, like, okay.
Perfect. Next, I'm using Youngblood's Lunar Dust in shade Twilight, just to give a little bit of a twinkle to the inner eye. If you want to know which brushes I'm using, check out the comments below. I will link everything for you down there. This is a pencil brush or a crease brush. Crease brush, just really good for getting in those little itty bitty areas. Next, I am going to use Charlotte Tilbury's Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight in the light to medium shade. I'm just going to use the highlighter side just to hit the brow bone a little bit. It's a nice champagne color, so a little bit warmer than what I used on the inner eye there. Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow in light medium. Next, I'm going to be using Primetics eyeliner. It's a gel eyeliner in shade Wood. It's a beautiful brown shade. And closing. So Zaria has got these gorgeous green eyes, so warmer tones are going to pop them. So bronzes, warm browns. She's also got fair hair, fair skin, so the brown is really complementary. And for this more natural, timeless look, it will never go out of style. style. So I'm just applying about 3/4 of the way along, tight to the lash line, a little thicker on the outside. Don't worry if it's not perfect because we're going to be blending it. It'll always look a little crazy before it looks good. That's what I tell my clients. Okay, I'm using the same palette from Too Faced. Cocoa Truffle is my shade now. Again, a nice warm brown. And I'm just going to use that to smoke out the outer corners of the eyes from the lash line. And then I will use a larger brush to blend in a minute. I'm next using my larger fluffy brush and shade So Boulé. Oh my God, what does that say? So Boulé. It's so bougie. Oh my gosh, I'm discovering I need glasses, you guys. So bougie, not so boulé or whatever the heck I just said. Wow, so bougie. It's this, again, it's actually a bit more of an ashy light brown, like a creamy brown. It's amazing for blending. So I'm just using that to make it so that this eyeshadow doesn't have any edges. It's nice and seamless, which is always going to be timeless. And if you feel like you want to go back over that eyeliner a little bit, just so it's darker at the lash line, you can get a bit more specific now to make it a bit darker. Gorgeous. I'm going to pause right there and I'm going to start working on the skin. So when it comes to the skin, you'll want to first of all clean the under eye. So look right up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Just to ensure that nothing has fallen down there. So the reason why I do eyes first is because more often than not, I make a big mess when I'm doing the eyeshadow. And so if you've already got makeup on, it'll just end up making you look like you have raccoon eyes. Whereas if you just clean it all up, get away all of the fallout, then it'll be a nice clean underneath of the eye. So next I'm gonna use MAC's Prep and Prime highlighter in shade Radiant Rose, which is wonderful for fair skin with a pink undertone. Look right up to the ceiling. So I'm gonna start with this as my little under eye highlighter just to really bounce back the shadows underneath the eyes. It's always nice to keep the underneath of the eyes as kind of like light consistency products. I'm using a damp beauty blender to just pat that in. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe. And I will go in with a little concealer on top. If you're struggling to get into the corners, switch to a little finger and just pat that in right there too. So I'm going to use Youngblood Mineral Cosmetics Liquid Mineral Foundation, which is a deep sea hydrating complex. It's got lots of lovely, healthy ingredients in this foundation. It's really important to pick cosmetics, especially skin cosmetics, that have really good, healthy ingredients to protect your skin. You don't want to go putting garbage on your face. I'm just going to test the shade down at the bottom here and decide if this is too light. I think she might be in between shades at the moment, so I'm going to mix a little pebble in. It's always good to test your foundation on the bottom part of your face. And so then I'm just going to start blending, always brushing downwards so we don't catch any little hairs on the face and everything looks nice and even and smooth. I absolutely love to press the product in with a beauty blender to make that really natural look. Takes away any of the brush streaks. So I'm focusing more of the coverage in any areas that's a little bit red. I'm not having to tackle any blemishes here today, so it's a little bit of a cheat. Always blend down the neck. Never forget the neck. And if you're wearing a dress that has a low neck, you'll want to blend this onto the chest there too, just to make it so that everything's nice and consistent. Gonna use a little bit of a concealer. At the moment, I'm really loving MAC's newer concealers. They're called the Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer. They say it doesn't need setting, which is crazy to me, but I don't know, I usually do still set with a little bit of powder. So I'm just gonna use this sparingly, a little under the eyes and any other areas that just need a touch more coverage. The shade, if you're interested, is NC15. I don't know, people like the shades, right? I feel like your eyes are even more like green hazel than they were the last time I worked with you, but I don't know if that's possible. Maybe pregnancy has brought it out. I'm actually going to put a little bit of that Rolling in Dough and Look Up eyeshadow color just underneath the eye. And if you want to know why I'm doing this, leave me a comment below. Next step is going to be adding the shape back into the face. So I'm going to do contour. I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury's Contour Wand Easy Contour. The shade I'm using is fair to medium again. And so I'm just going to color, oh my God, that came out way more than I was expecting. Whatever, it's fine, I'll blend it. And if you've done what I've done and put way too much on, that's fine. You can just plonk it in other parts of the face that also need a little bit of shading. A little on the forehead, And it will also go on the nose a little bit too. So I'm using a light hand and little kind of circular motions and back and forth motions just to keep this in a really targeted area underneath the cheekbone. I really love this liquid wand because it looks so skin-like, which is always gonna look natural and timeless. To actually have flawless looking skin is always gonna be a good thing. I'm gonna go down the sides of the nose a little bit, add that shape back into her nose as well. I'm just using a small brush here, and I'll blend that with my beauty blender. And moving on to blush, I'm gonna use the Youngblood's cream blush stick in Parfait, which is a really beautiful pink tone. And next I'm going to use a cream highlighter. This is Jones Road Again Miracle Balm in shade Happy Hour. Again, a really beautiful color for fairer skin tone. It has a very slight iridescence. The reason why I love it so much is because it's not adding like glitter. It's just adding this like dewy, healthy skin glow. Looks like glass. If you want, you can do a little on the top of the lip for a bit of glow there too. Okay, so now I'm gonna start to just add a slight subtle smokiness to the underneath of the eye. I'm gonna use So Bougie again and look right up to the ceiling, and I'm just gonna come right at the lash line pretty close here. Give it a little bit of color, but not a lot. I actually think I wanna use one a little bit darker. I'm gonna go to Cocoa Truffle. Cocoa Truffle, love Cocoa Truffle. And I'm just gonna use my larger brush that I had from earlier just to blend everything. I'm gonna add just a cream color to the waterline on the bottom. This is from Youngblood, look it up, but unfortunately it is discontinued. You can blame them, not me. Any cream colored eye pencil will work. It's just gonna take away the pink from the inside of the eye. I think I wanna add a little bit more eyeliner before I go in with curling the lashes and closing. And looking up again, I'm going to use a little bit of that Lunar Dust again, but just on the underneath of the eye for a bit of a, again, a little bit of a twinkle. I feel like you can never have enough twinkle with brides, or whatever occasion, maternity. So I'm going to curl lashes, get some mascara on, and then I'm going to use some individual lashes just to pop the lash line and the lashes just a little bit more. Okay, so gazing down to the ground with the eyes open, beautiful. Just going to give it a little curl. I highly recommend lash lifts. I love a lash lift. Although when you're doing individual lashes, it's actually easier not to have a lash lift because they can sometimes get in the way. Okay, so next I'm going to apply mascara. I'm using Yumi's It Perfect Lash Lift Mascara. If you get lash lifts done, this is an amazing, look down from me, Downing. This is a mascara, amazing mascara for you to use. It has lash growth properties in it. It's got conditioning ingredients, so it's healthy mascara for your lashes. Okay, give that a second to dry, and then I'm gonna do your bottom lashes. I'm gonna do a little tickle of mascara on the bottom, being really careful not to get it on your skin. And if you do get it on the skin, just use a little Q-tip just to get it off. It always gets on the skin, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try. That's what a Q-tip is for. Everything with makeup is fixable, blendable, other than liquid eyeliner. Okay, I'm gonna use individual lashes. These ones are from Ardell. They're the Dura Lash, not free naturals. I'm using size small enclosed. And the glue I'm using is a latex-free glue from a company called Fairy Lashes. And so these are very tedious to put on. It takes time, but they look so unbelievably natural, elegant. They look like they're your real lashes, and they're so comfortable you don't even know you've got them on. So while that is drying, as you can see, the glue is white. It's going to dry clear. I'm just going to do Azaria's eyebrows. I'm using Push It Up Brows by Sarah Sadder. Please forgive me if I said Sader. Please forgive me if I said that wrong. She is a wonderful artist on our team here at Faye Agency, and she also owns this company, Push It Up Brows, who do this amazing brow soap. So shout out to her. And I'm gonna fill them in actually with a Kiss medium brown brow pencil. I really like this for blondes because it's very ashy, super light brown. Most of my blonde clients really don't want warm colored eyebrows because the contrast is just, it's not right. And I'm just going to come over the top of that lash line again with that pencil, just to define it even more. So we're heading towards the end of this look. I'm going to finish up by using Youngblood's lip gloss in shade Devotion, which is this beautiful soft coral shade. And I'm going to line that with Pout. Gives a little hint of color. Reason why I prefer to do the liner after the lipstick or gloss is just because I find that the pencil glides on much easier. I always like to use a slightly darker lip liner than the lipstick color itself, just to give a bit more definition to the lip. Giving the under eye a little bit of a buff. Make sure everything's nice and blended. And after you do the lips, you may find that you want to add a tiny bit more blush, just to really stand out on camera and also last all day. And just because I love it so much, I just want to hint more of that Jones Road highlight before I set her with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So this is going to add hydration, make the makeup settle in, look like skin, and it's also going to make the makeup last all day. Acts as like a little sealant. Nice and natural and timeless. Perfect.